the my first main internship actually was in second year, and it was at Frank Gehry's in their office in Los Angeles.
That's great.
Uh, yeah, that was really great, and that was my only corporate experience, and that's probably like the best or like most fun corporate experience that you can have. So that lasted 2 to 3 months. Well, they really immerse you in their projects. You know, they don't really set you aside, so you're there the whole time with um, the architecture like professionals and Gary himself. Sometimes you're in the meetings, you're producing with them. Obviously, you know, it was my second year. I wasn't designing, um, but a lot of creations of maquettes, creation of drawings, um, and you know they really trust you. You really have a role there. You know, so they and that was only after 2 years of studies, right? So you do have a certain amount of responsibility as an intern, and so the whole time that I was there, I worked on one main project, which is the extension of the Louis Vuitton Foundation in Paris. I don't know if you saw they're like building this uh, like this secondary building right next to the foundation. Right now, it's under construction, and so it was super interesting. You know, like uh, I think what was really cool is that, well, you know, conversation with Gary were obviously the coolest part, but uh, you know, I wasn't like, I never like hoped to get that internship. Like, I didn't think that was going to be a possibility. And uh, yeah, when you get there, I guess they really like trust your judgment on stuff. And you know, I mean, I was super young, so you don't get to like, um, you learn a lot, obviously, and you know, model making, like techniques, like small things, you know. But you know, as a second year, like you don't get to do uh, like crazy stuff. But that was definitely like a really good first experience in the architectural world. Um, and again, yeah, super big office. And the next internship that I wanted to do, I wanted to like try something completely different. So their office is around like 300 workers. And the next summer, I work in this small firm called Malka Architecture, which is only comprised of like 4 to 5 individuals. And I wanted to try it out because I really wanted to see the difference between, you know, a very corporate firm and a more you know, a smaller firm where you had more contact maybe with the individuals and had a closer um, um, responsibility towards design and the projects themselves. So that wasn't the best experience. So it's a small firm in Paris, and it wasn't as great, I guess, because I feel there obviously are like way more opportunities in the architectural field in the US than in Europe. So in Europe, if you don't have a lot of experience, I guess they kind of like take advantage of your working hours. So basically, you know, the 2 months that I stayed there, it wasn't a paid internship, unlike Gary's, and they gave me a lot of work, like a ridiculous amount of work, like that you wouldn't entrust, you know, a freaking 20-year-old with. Like, I had no idea what I was doing, and I didn't understand how they like trusted me with these things. And I was basically left alone in their office for a full month by myself. No one was there, and it was just ridiculous, man. I was looking at that dude's Instagram, and he was telling me, "Oh, I'm on a business trip." I follow him on Instagram. The dude was in Monaco, in Saint Tropez, Ibiza. I was like, dude, are you freaking kidding me? Like, this is insane. I didn't work in a small office in LA, but I obviously have seen all my other friends do so, like in California. And there's obviously a very like strong relation between the professors and the students at USC, and a lot of the students go working for the professors. And from what I've heard, I mean, it's always a very amicable environment, and like they understand that you're a student. So even though you're working for them, like they really like follow you and explain like every step of the process. Um, so that's really cool. And I guess I didn't get to have that experience, but I've learned that you should keep closer contact with the people that are teaching you if you want to like learn more hands-on stuff.